Are you a dependable person? I mean, if someone asks you to do something, are you honest with them, saying that you can do it, you can't do it? Can you put it in perspective? Are you knowledgeable enough about the thing that they're asking help with? And if not, it's okay. Are you someone that people can count on? uh, Dependability is kind of important. It plays into just about every relationship you have, personally or professionally. And I'm very lucky that for both, we've got a wonderful team that helps out in the chat room, not just the ops and the moderators, but everybody, really. There are a few people that I don't think I can't depend on because those are the people I tend not to hang out with or, support over time because I like dependable people. I myself believe I am a dependable person. At least you can depend on this being a live video feed, pretty much all the time at live.perillo.com. But Tuxedo Jericho has submitted a top 5 tricks for being dependable. I don't know if they're really tricks, but I think they're 5 points that are very well made. Number 1, do not complain if you get a call at the last minute. Twice this year, alone to boot, I have received a call due to a light technician job with only 1 day left before the opening. Just be glad that the people respect your work enough to give you a call when their chips are down. Go in there, do a great job, and have their respect for you. Respect is important. It transcends everything. And admittedly, there are times where you can be bothered, times when you can't be bothered. And for the most part, as long as you're honest with the other person, you should be okay. But the last thing you'd want to do is, as he says, kind of complain about it at the last minute if you can handle it. Number 2, do your best work. Simple, but if you're doing something artsy that's supposed to be in sync with something else, like lighting cue changes in time with music, and he's specifically referring to stage tech there, and your first rehearsal is the final rehearsal, or even the preview night, the directors know you're going to be perfect. They need you to be perfect. Do your best, and then work your rear end off before the actual opening with tools you have available. Always do your best. And it's not so much a trick, it's just that just should be. No matter what you're doing, you should always do it best. I mean, if you're going to do the job, do it to the best of your ability. I mean, everybody's going to have different abilities and everything, but you just do the best you can and then go from there. That's how you're going to learn. Number 3, always be nice and polite to the ones you are helping, which I realize I have a problem with sometimes. I mean, if you are polite, the person that is needing your services will remember what a good person you are and call you back if they need the help in the future. If you're rude, abrasive, or just plain annoying, I didn't even 0 for 3 there, then the chance of you getting called back are about the same as the snowball chances in surviving in hell. Lucky for me, about the only person who asked me tech support is Ponzi, or unlucky, and it is a well-known fact that is genetically impossible for you to give tech support for someone that is in your family. It's true. Because you could help somebody else, but, helping somebody it's just really hard for some reason. Maybe there's some psychologist who can explain that phenomenon. Number 4, if you have a question, then ask it. Nobody knows everything. If you pretend you do, you'll be looked at as an egotist or a narcissistic person. Well, I don't know if narcissism is necessarily the word, but I always appreciate it more the more questions people ask, because that means they're looking for a different way of understanding an issue. That is a sign of maturity to ask questions about something that you may not know. And I've learned over time that, maybe if I ask for help from some people, thinking that they may be able to handle something, if they can't, it's not a big deal. I always want to try to match things that I need help with someone's skills and abilities so that everybody's happy. They're doing something they'd want to do. I'm, helping, or they're helping. I mean, as long as it's a good balance and communication is open, then, you're okay. But you got to communicate. You got to ask questions, especially if you have them. Number 5, if you tell someone that you're going to be somewhere by a time, be there. If you say that you're going to be there by 4, then get there by 4. Earlier is better. If you're running late, call them and apologize. Don't go into a huge story as to why you're late. Generally, the bigger the story sounds, the less likely it's going to be believed. Hopefully these tips will help you be looked at as a dependable person. And, this is the funny thing. I I can't lie to anybody anymore. I mean, I not like I lied to anybody before, but like if they call up and they're watching my live stream, I have to take the phone call, because if they're watching me and I don't take the phone call, then they know that I'm dodging them for whatever reason. But sometimes I'm just like really just so focused on something. And I know that I do use the phone frequently enough because I have to have real conversations with people, but I'm really not a phone kind of guy. I'm not. Dependability-wise, I try to keep my inbox clean. I can't say that if you send me an email, I'm going to respond, but you can depend on me to at least read your email. My email address is chris@perillo.com. I'm not going to give out my phone number. Sorry, Joshua. The reason why is because I had a $500 phone bill when we took the live calls. Not going to be happening again anytime soon. But we are still streaming live out over the internet, audio, video, having fun, talking tech, generally just being dependable. And if you're not a dependable person, well, then you're probably not going to hang out for very long. It's not that big a deal. But if you'd like to stop by, we're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at live.perillo.com. We'll see you later.